Hey guys, this is John Mohawk with Tactical JK, and today we're going to be doing an oil change on this 2008 Jeep JK Wrangler. It'll be a good guide for any oil change on a Wrangler 2008 through 2011. We'll be going over what you'll need, the steps, and then how often you should do it, so it should be pretty good. Alright, so to make this happen, the first thing we're going to need some oil. We're going to need some 5W20 oil. You're going to need just under 6 quarts. You're best getting one big jug and one little bitty jug. I went ahead and got some Valvoline full synthetic and high mileage because my Jeep's on up there in miles and it needs a little bit of extra boost. Next up is a filter. Here we have a cheap Fram filter. It's very inexpensive, but it should do the job just fine. We've also got a funnel to funnel in the new oil, a ratchet with a 13mm socket that'll be used to open up the drain plug, and then an oil filter wrench that we'll use to take out the current oil filter. And finally, you're going to need somewhere for all that oil to go. I'm going to use this big bin, but you can use pretty much anything or purchase an oil pan at Walmart. So the first step is going to be to remove your oil cap. It's located on the left of the engine if you're facing it. And go ahead and unscrew that and set it aside because we won't need it for a while. Next, you're going to have to get under your Jeep and position your oil pan or bin or whatever. Position it under the oil drain plug where it will catch all the oil that comes out. Next, we're going to get under there with the 13mm socket and go ahead and loosen up this plug. I like to go ahead and remove the ratchet from the socket once you have it where you can just unscrew it with your hand. That way you can get your hand out of the way once it starts flowing. Just going to slowly unscrew that until the oil finally lets loose. Then move that bolt out of the way. Now the oil's flowing so well and pretty because we opened the top cap, which allowed no pressure to build up, and because it's slightly warm. You want to do it around 30 minutes after you quit driving. Any sooner it could burn your hand. But if you wait too long after you drive, it'll get cold and the oil flows better warm. Anyway, this step's going to take a while, so just let it keep flowing and flowing until you're content with how much is drained out. And once you reach that point, go ahead and wipe up the excess oil and go ahead and replace that bolt in there. And don't over tighten it, just get it nice and snug. Next up's replacing the oil filter. As you can see on a Jeep JK, it's really easy to get to the oil filter. We're going to position our oil pan under the area where the filter is so that when we remove it, all the excess oil will fall into the pan and not on the pavement. And then you're going to want to just go ahead and reach down there and see if you can remove it. I couldn't remove mine with my hand strength alone. I had to go ahead and break out the oil filter wrench, but it was quickly broken loose and I was able to unscrew it, let the oil flow, and set the used up filter in the bin with the oil. And now to install the new stuff. You're going to want to stick your finger in some oil and go ahead and rub it all around the gasket of your new filter to make sure it fits snugly and everything. And then replace it right where the old filter used to be. Now just hand tightened it. There's no need to break out the oil filter wrench again. As tight as you can with your hands, it should be pretty good. And the final step is going to be to replace the oil. Go ahead and set your funnel in there and then start pouring from your 5-quart jug. You're going to need to empty this whole jug in the Jeep, so don't hold back and just pour the whole thing in there. Once that's empty, go ahead and break out your 1-quart jug and then pour about 1/3 of the bottle in there to start off and then check where you're at. To check, we're going to grab the oil dipstick, pull it out, we're going to wipe it off with the cloth to make it nice and clean, then stick it back in the hole, wiggle it around, pull it out and see where we're at. As you can see, mine's right at the top of the safe area, so we have the perfect amount of oil, but if it was too low, you could go ahead and add a little bit of extra oil so you got it right in the safe area. And now to reset the Jeep so it doesn't keep saying change oil, All you're going to do is get in the Jeep and turn the key to the on position, fully depress the accelerator pedal 3 times, and then turn the key off. And that should do it. Alright, so that's it. We'll do it again probably around 8,000 miles. The indicator will start dinging around 3, but I'll wait. We put in some really good oil, so it should last. Next up, I have to do that blue Jeep right there, which is 2011, so it'll be the same process. So I gotta get going, but thank you so much for watching. Hope this helped out. Be sure to look at Tactical JK, subscribe to us, and check us out on Instagram. Thanks for watching.